Hello and welcome. I'm a hotel AI expert, and I've spent my career in modern hospitality operations and performance support. I am so pleased to welcome all of you, the students of Europe Hotel School, to your online learning journey. We're truly looking forward to supporting your professional growth in this amazing industry. Now, have you ever really thought about what it takes to launch a brand new, world-class hotel? It's so much more than just putting up a beautiful building. In this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on that intense, meticulously planned training, the kind that turns a new team into a flawless service machine before the very first guest ever walks through the door. So here's our roadmap for this explainer. We're going to walk through the whole pre-opening journey. We'll start with that initial intense training period, then look at how you build a shared culture. After that, it's all about mastering departmental skills, running some really powerful simulations, and finally executing that one last test right before the grand opening.
All right, let's dive right in. We're kicking things off with what's often called the pre-opening crucible. And believe me, that's a good name for it. It is without a doubt the most intense, informative period in a new hotel's life.
Yeah, controlled chaos. That phrase just perfectly captures the whole goal here. It's all about moving a team from just knowing things in theory, reading it in a manual, to having it become pure instinct, real muscle memory. We're talking about embedding those procedures so deeply that they become second nature, something you can do flawlessly even when things get hectic, which they always do in a live hotel environment.
So, as you can see, this isn't just a random schedule. This 4 to 6 week journey is an incredibly detailed project. And the real key, the secret sauce if you will, is the timing. All of this training has to be perfectly synchronized with the moment the teams actually get access to the physical hotel. Why? Because you want to maximize that hands-on practice right from the get-go.
Okay, so before anyone even touches a piece of software or learns a single technical skill, we have to lay down something way more fundamental, and that's a shared culture. Think of this as the absolute bedrock, the non-negotiable foundation of all great service.
You see, this first block, this immersion week, it's all about getting everyone aligned. Doesn't matter if you're the general manager or you're on the line staff, everyone goes through it together. It creates a common language, a shared mission. You're covering the brand story, critical safety protocols, and of course the hotel's core service standards. The goal is really simple. Make sure everyone, and I mean everyone, starts on the exact same page. And what this does is create a really consistent, unified team identity, right from day one. See, the focus here isn't just on the what, the tasks. It's all about the how. How do you do it? With the right attitude, the right appearance, and top-notch communication skills. That's the baseline. All right, so once that cultural foundation is solid, it's time to roll up our sleeves. We're moving into the hands-on phase, where all those specialized skills get built and really honed. Let's talk about SOPs, Standard Operating Procedures. These are the absolute backbone of consistent service. And I want to be clear, this isn't about memorizing a textbook. Not at all. It's about internalizing every single procedure through constant hands-on drills, again and again, until it can be performed flawlessly, every single time, without even thinking about it. Now, what's really effective is that these three streams, the tech, the SOPs, and the cross-training, they all run at the same time, in parallel. This is how you create a truly, deeply skilled team. Staff aren't just mastering their own jobs and the hotel's tech. They're also, and this is crucial, understanding how their piece of the puzzle fits into the bigger guest journey. That cross-functional training that Europe Hotel School London really recommends, well, that's what stops those departmental silos from forming. It's the key to creating a truly seamless guest experience. So, here's the big question. How do you actually bridge that huge gap between learning something in a quiet classroom and actually doing it in a busy, unpredictable, live hotel? Well, the answer is simulation.
You rehearse. You rehearse it over and over and over again. The entire goal is to test how the team coordinates, to test their service skills under conditions that feel real, that feel high pressure. Simulation is where a group of individuals really learns how to perform as a single cohesive team. And make no mistake, this is not just a casual walkthrough. This is a full-on performance. Every single step is watched by managers and they're giving immediate, direct feedback on, everything. Body language, whether you use the guest's name correctly, how smooth that handoff was to the next department, it's all under the microscope.
And these drills, they go deep. We're not just testing procedures anymore. We're testing emotional intelligence. What happens when you're face-to-face with a simulated irate guest? How does the team react during a fire drill or a medical emergency? This is where you build that resilience, that grace under pressure that is just so essential for luxury hospitality.
Okay, all of this training,
All of these drills, they're all building towards one thing, the ultimate test of readiness, the absolute pinnacle of pre-opening training, the dry run. Think of it as the final dress rehearsal before the big show, opening day. For about 5 to 7 days before you open, you invite employees, friends, and family to stay overnight. They test every single service under a full operational load. It is the closest you can possibly get to a real day of operations, but without the intense pressure of having paying guests. Every single department gets pushed to its absolute limit.
And this comparison here really gets to the heart of it. It highlights a critical concept. The dry run is your last, best, safe opportunity to fail. In fact, that's the whole point. You want to find the breaking points. You're looking for the communication gaps, the flawed procedures, all the little things that might go wrong, so you can fix them before they ever impact a paying guest and, of course, the hotel's hard-earned reputation. And during this whole thing, you have what's called the war room. It's basically the command center for the executive committee. From here, they're monitoring all the service metrics in real time, even managing simulated crises as they happen. Then, right after the dry run, there's an incredibly intense debrief session. Every piece of feedback is rigorously reviewed to make sure that any weakness that was found gets systematically corrected before those doors officially open to the public.
So, the hotel opens, the guests arrive, and that's it, right? Training's over? Not even close. The grand opening isn't the finish line. It's simply the start of a new, ongoing phase. Look, at the end of the day, that massive investment of time, energy, and money in pre-opening training, it only really pays off if it's backed by a deep commitment to continuous improvement. Things like tracking attendance, certifying your managers to be great trainers, testing to make sure learning sticks, and having a solid ongoing training plan. Because excellence isn't a destination you arrive at, it's a moving target. And a truly great hotel, well, it never, ever stops learning. And that really leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it? A successful launch is not about having one single perfect opening day. It's about building a team and, more importantly, a culture that is designed to grow, to adapt, to evolve. That's what ensures service excellence for years to come. So the real question, the one you should be asking yourselves as you move forward in your careers is this: is the team you're building built for the entire journey?